Alright, so we're back, and now we're going to pour the pasta into the boiling water. Remember, you added some salt, and I also added 2 little pieces of butter. I have these squares here, so that's what I added in. And then I also added some milk to my meat and turned it down to low so it can simmer. Now we're going to take the top and put the top over it. I'm going to turn it to 3, which is like halfway between medium, and let it just simmer. While that's cooking, I'm going to turn this down to about a 7. And remember, I also added some water, so it was up to here pretty much, and now it's down to here. So I added some water and some milk to there. Now you got butter, you got the cooked bacon, you got tomatoes. That's just going to be for my plate, so I guess I can show y'all on my plate, because my little brother doesn't eat tomatoes. And then you have cheese. This is sharp cheddar cheese. I pretty much just cut it up, as you can see. If you have a grinder, I mean, that's okay. You know, little cheese grinder or grater, whatever it's called. And you can use that. Alright, we're going to wait for our pasta to be done cooking. And we're going to also come over here now, and we're going to set our oven to 350. And don't forget, I have the rest of this. That's from when the pasta goes in. And we also have this. Now, this is the non-stick butter flavor spray oil. You can use any type of oil that you want to make sure that nothing's going to stick to your pan. And that's what we're going to do right now. So you want to spray it up real good. And this is empty. Alright, well, we're going to go find another one and be right back.
I don't know.
Alright, so we had, sorry about that. So we had the original Crisco now. And that's what we're going to use. You can use butter flavor, or you can use just the regular canola oil version. It doesn't matter really. I mean, if you want extra butter flavor, you can. But that's mainly why we have extra butter over here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to spray our pan all around. Make sure you get all the edges, because it's going to be nice and cheesy. And you want to keep stirring your pasta, because you want to make sure your pasta doesn't get stuck and stick together and all that. This is the time to start getting your colander out. This is the time to start cleaning your dishes and all that. And we'll come back when this pasta is done cooking. You can also sit here and check on this meat. And it's a light simmer, it's a low simmer. You can see the oil, the milk, it's creamy, it's cheesy, and it doesn't even have all the sauce in it yet. So it's going to come out perfect. You just want to stir it up and make sure everything is mixed in there perfectly. This is the time to taste test. If you got to change some flavors, add some water, this is the time to do it. We will be right back. Alright, so we're back, and now our noodles look pretty much done. We're just going to do a test real quick. Just feel it. And it feels al dente, which means it feels perfect, like it is ready. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn that off. We're going to strain out our noodles. Alright, here we go. So we're just going to pour it in the colander. I don't like to shake it up too much, because I do like some of that moisture actually staying in there. It actually creates a good, base for it to be cheesy. So I'll just put it on top of the pot like that and leave it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take some of the bacon, and we're going to put some of the bacon in the, the meat, whatever. Just a little bit. Mix it up. Real good. I want everybody to get a nice share of bacon. Nice little surprise of bacon in there. Alright. So I'm going to take about just a couple of little pieces. I'm going to turn them into little pieces. Okay? Of butter. And I'm going to just throw them in there at the bottom of the pan. You'll see why. Okay. So now that I got that like that, I want to put some of the pasta in there. I'm going to pour that juice that was in there with it. put some of the pasta in there. Mix it all up with that butter. And then we're going to add more of this right here. I'm going to add that in there. Okay, and I'm going to sprinkle the rest of that in there. And I'm going to sprinkle the rest in here. Just going to mix with that oil. Okay. Mix it around. I'm not really going to mix it. I'm just going to try to, like, you know. Yeah, well, I am going to mix it. You could go for layered, or you could just mix. It doesn't matter. I was going to go for layered, but split second, change my mind. You just want it mixed evenly. Okay? Now you want to add some more pasta in there. Give that water on there. We're going to add a little bit of water just to tone down the seasoning. I'm going to put the rest of our stuff in here. And I don't mind adding that much water simply because I added evaporated milk. So I like to add some extra water with it. Okay, you want to make sure that the meat is evenly spread, that all the noodles got some sauce on it. Now we're going to take some butter and just like the bottom, just going to split it up. They don't have to be neat, like, for no reason. So I know it looks messy. This is a good dish to cook with some kids, you know.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we're going to add some cheese. This is that sharp cheddar cheese I was telling you guys about. I'm just going to add it all over. Now I did cut it myself, so where it looks like there's only one piece, it really is like 3 or 4 pieces like stuck to each other. And we don't have to add that much because it is already cheesy. If you want extra cheese, you can. Be my guest. Alright. Now we're going to take the bacon that we had left right here. I'm going to sprinkle that bacon around the top.
Mmm.
I'm going to nice and spread it. And we're just going to drizzle that oil right on top. So this is not something you want to eat if you're on a diet. Okay? Alright, so now we're going to take our pan. And it is hot already, so be careful. And we're going to place it in the oven. And we're going to leave it in there for a good, like everything's already cooked. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave it in there until it gets to a nice little crust at the top. So you can see it. And once it starts melting and get crusty at the top, that's when it's ready. And then we'll be back.
Oh, crap.
Almost done. Gonna give it about 3 more minutes. Okay, so it's looking good. We also decided to add a little bit of breadcrumbs to the top. You can add whichever kind of breadcrumbs you want. We added Italian style, and it'll be done in a little bit. Da-na-na. Alright, so it's done. We let it sit in there for about 10 minutes and then put the broil on for about 4. Look at that. It looks awesome.
They really do.
Alright, so now I'm going to cut me a piece. I like it nice and fresh and hot right out the oven. This part is sizzling still. I don't know which part to get.
Maybe the sizzle.
Okay, pass me that glove, please. Alright.